The time has come.
Here we
My
go.
favorite segment is here. I'm putting Reggie right on the hot seat, covering all the latest hot topics in sports right now. Let's start here in golf. The PGA Championship starts today, and after winning the Masters in April, Scottie Scheffler is the favorite to win it all again. However, according to Vegas, the most bets were placed on Tiger Woods
Of
leading up
course.
to the tournament, despite placing 47th at Augusta and long shot odds of 60-1 right now. So do insiders know something we don't know, or will Tiger just always be the fan favorite just to throw a few bucks at in these big tournaments?
I think it's that part. Like it's
It's
Tiger.
Tiger.
So look, I'm reading this article now. It's talking about how they watch Tiger Woods practice and they're just like, ooh, we're
Is he back?
coming at him.
He's
Like
back.
I think he's got something going here. And it's just like, look, man, like the dude is always gonna have that, aura around him because he's Tiger, reminiscent of seeing him walk the green on a Sunday in his red polo. Like, we're always going to be rooting for that because, he's greatness. We watch guys like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, like, because they're great. And we want to see their greatness on display. Steph Curry, what he did last night. Like, we want to see that greatness on display. And he's one of the greatest golfers, if not the greatest golfer that we've ever seen.
Change the
And
game.
so, yeah. And so it's like, look, anytime Tiger is a part of anything, it's like, okay, don't do this to us, Tiger. Come on, don't do this to us. And it was cool just to see him, finish at Augusta, even though he wasn't really in contention there. But, I think anytime you have him as a part of a tour, as a part of a tournament, you have to be mindful that he could take it because he's still Tiger Woods.
Well, you never know when he's just going to flip a switch,
Yep.
turn it on, and when Tiger gets hot, man, watch out. Obviously, that's why everybody roots for him. He changed the game, influence and impact. An entire generation of youth golfers, guys like me and you who grew up watching Tiger, getting into a sport we didn't know a ton about. He changed the game forever. It's fun to root for a guy like that for sure.
Absolutely.
Next one up, Alabama head coach Nick Saban made the news yesterday when he called out Texas A&M for buying all their top recruits last year. Bama was second in recruiting last year to only A&M for the first time in years. Reggie, what does it mean for the reputation of the NCAA's new NIL agreement, and how does Saban's comments reflect on college football's new recruiting process we're seeing?
Bruh, this bothered me. Like this was messed up. Like Nick Saban is that dude that gets pulled over for speeding, and he's just like, look, I mean, but why me though? Everybody else is speeding too. It's like, no. We're not talking about everybody else, sir. We're talking about you. I
I was
pulled
just
you
flowing
over.
with traffic here, sir.
No. He's the guy that sounds the alarm. Like everybody else is like sneaking out to recess early,
Ruins
and
the
all of a
party.
sudden he gets picked up by the collar like this, and he's like, wait, but they're already outside. I'm just trying to get out there with them. They're like, no. We're not dealing with them. We're dealing with you now. What this is, man, this is a case of dirty macking on a national scale. Like, he's like, hey, baby, look, don't you want to come play with me? Because, I mean, look, he don't treat you right. He's a womanizer. He don't even believe in monogamy, girl. Like, you come over here. And baby, we can do some things. I'm talking about wedding ring. I'm talking about, national championship ring. We can win trophies together, baby. Why would you want to go over there? Why would you want to go over there with them? He was just cussing out his mama last night. He don't even respect women. Come on, baby. Like it's like dirty macking on a big scale. And it's so whack because like here you are doing Aflac commercials, national Aflac commercials with Deion Sanders.
Right.
And now you're talking about, well, look at the paper, Jackson State. They paid that dude $1 million to come play for the, like, look at it. It's in the paper. All the people reporting down in Jackson, they're like, wait a minute. We didn't put that in the paper. Where did Nick get that? He's lying. What is he talking about? Deion Sanders now, he's a lie. We didn't pay for, if we had $1 million to give to a player, don't you think our facilities would look a little better than this? Like, it's crazy that Nick would go and do that because you're big bad Alabama. Like, you don't need all this like NIL stuff. Like, people are coming to Alabama without the NIL commitments because like they've seen over the last decade and a half or however long it's been, you guys win championships. There's a blueprint there to win rings at Alabama. And Nick, now you're mad because other people are starting to maybe try to, level the playing field.
Don't be that dude.
Don't be that
guy.
dude, man. Like, that's whack to me, bro.
You know those celebrity boxing matches for like fundraisers and stuff? Nick Saban versus Primetime is the brawl we never knew we needed. That's what we need to put together because that would be highly entertaining for sure. Some serious words and remarks for sure from Nick Saban, not to be taken lightly. Last one up, what does it mean? Vikings running back Dalvin Cook took to Twitter yesterday to post a clip of him catching a critical third down pass out of the backfield versus the Steelers last season on Thursday Night Football. Reggie, what does it mean when trying to glean any new insight on Kevin O'Connell's new offensive install as Cook is hinting he could be involved in the passing game for the first time in his career?
Well, you know what? I think Cook is like, look, you know what time it is. You know what I can do. I think Dalvin Cook is just a dynamic player.
No doubt.
And however he can be utilized, the better. As long as he's staying healthy, however he can be utilized, the better off for the Vikings. And I think Kevin O'Connell realizes that. You kind of look at the Rams the last few years. Back when they had Ty Gurley, you're talking about maybe one of the best receiving backs in all of the NFL. How they were just kind of putting them on wheel routes, out of the backfield, maybe lining them up out wide or in the slot and just getting him the ball in space and watching him work. It's so sad to see what happened to Ty Gurley in his career because, like, the dude was, like, probably one of the best running backs in all of football. And so I think what Kevin O'Connell sees is he's looking at the film and watching Dalvin Cook, and he's just like, ooh,
like that.
Ooh, we could do this, we could do that. And Dalvin's like, look, the proof is in the pudding. You see what I did right here on this play? I could do even more for you. I'm doing it for you, coach. Put me out wide. Put me on a wheel out of the backfield.
Wherever
Just
you need
give
me,
it to
baby.
me in space. Put me on a wide receiver screen, even though I'm a running back. And watch me work, baby. And I think with this magic and the magic that Kevin O'Connell sees, I think we can see, I'm excited about what this Vikings offense could look like this next year because they were already a dynamic offense with some
Top
of the
five.
Deficiencies that they had,
Top five. Yeah.
last season. Even with some of those slumps and some of those where they were going, 5-6 straight possessions with the punt or whatever, like they were still one of the most dynamic offenses in the NFL because the talent is there. And so now when you get a head coach in place who is offensive minded, who can make the offense a little bit more efficient, like we may see some of the best numbers that we've seen out of an offense in a long time next season. And Dalvin Cook is like, look, I want a piece of that, bruh.
A lot of fans have just been banging the table. Get Dalvin involved in this passing game a little bit more. I'm just looking at his stats here. In 2019, under Kevin Stefanski as offensive coordinator, he caught 53 balls on 63 targets, the most he ever had in his career for 519 yards. He can do it. And you look at the Rams offense last year under O'Connell, Sony Michel, Cam Akers, there was about 80 receptions out of the backfield. So
it's crazy.
Certainly there's a lot of room there and volume for Dalvin in the passing game to be had. I think it's just all about finding a way to create mismatches with your best players and getting a guy like Dalvin Cook the football split out wide, matched up on a linebacker, wherever it may be. That's the way, again, you just maximize your players' talents. I certainly think that's what Dalvin Cook was hinting at there a little bit after the few days of OTAs. Yeah.
And you talk about, him banging the drum for Kane. If Kevin O'Connell maybe sees an opportunity to put Kane in on a third down and get him the ball in space and let him use that track speed to break loose. Like the possibilities are endless with this team and this offense.
Man, if Irv Smith gets banged up again, he's landed on the IR the last 2 years. We may see no tight ends in this offense. You just may see 3 or 4 or 5 wide receivers. You're going to see 2 or 3 running backs in the backfield. We talked about C.J. Ham a few days ago. He's going to be involved in the offense. Any way you can create those mismatches, I'm certainly excited. I think fans are too, for Kevin O'Connell's kind of the way he's going to drop some of those X factors and mismatches. All right, Reggie, you survived the gauntlet. We're back here tomorrow breaking down more Twins, Vikings, and plenty more.